Good day and welcome to Mrs. Bam's Study Notes. The topic today is nonverbal communication, which is a way of conveying messages without using words. Nonverbal communication plays a significant role in human interaction. It involves gestures, facial expressions, posture, and other nonverbal cues that are used for repeating, accenting, substituting, complementing, and contradicting verbal messages. Nonverbal communication is used in various situations and it plays a key role on how we interact with others. Here are some of the common instances where we use nonverbal communication. Number 1, to express emotion. We often use nonverbal cues to convey emotions such as happiness, sadness, anger, or surprise. These expressions often happen automatically and can be more genuine than words. Number 2, when words are not enough. Nonverbal communication is essential when we need to communicate something that is difficult to express in words. It can provide additional meaning or context. Number 3, during face-to-face interactions. In one-on-one or group conversations, nonverbal cues enhance understanding and shows interest, agreement, or disagreement. Number 4, to reinforce or complement verbal messages. Nonverbal cues can support what is being said verbally to make the message clearer or stronger. Often these cues are used in conjunction with words. Number 5, to regulate conversation. We use nonverbal communication to control the flow of conversation, such as indicating when it's someone else's turn to speak or when we need to pause. Number 6, to convey power or status. Nonverbal cues can express authority, dominance, or submission. This is especially noticeable in professional and social hierarchies. Number 7, in cultural contexts. In different cultures, nonverbal communication is essential to social norms and etiquette. People often use a specific way according to their cultural expectations. Number 8, to express personal identity. Nonverbal cues, including dress and grooming, reflect our personal identity, values, and cultural background. It helps others understand more about us before we even speak. Number 9, when we want to avoid saying something. Nonverbal communication can be used when we want to withhold information or avoid direct saying something. It could include body language that suggests discomfort or avoidance. Number 10, in conflict or negotiations. In tense situations, nonverbal communication can convey aggression, frustration, or calmness. It can also be used strategically to influence outcomes or to express power dynamics. Number 11, to show respect or disrespect. Nonverbal communication can convey politeness or disrespect depending on how we behave towards others. In essence, we use nonverbal communication in nearly every interaction to convey meaning, regulate conversations, express emotions, and build relationships. It's often unconscious and sometimes even more powerful than words. Here are the 11 categories of nonverbal communication along with examples. Number 1, facial expressions. The face is incredibly expressive and can convey a wider range of emotions without speaking. Emotions like happiness, sadness, anger, surprise, fear, and disgust can be communicated just through facial movement. For example, smiling to show happiness or frowning to express disapproval. Number 2, gestures. This is movements of our hands, arms, and other parts of our body used to express thoughts or feelings. They can vary across cultures. For example, a thumbs up gesture to show approval. Number 3, posture. How we hold our body and position ourselves communicates messages about our feelings or attitudes, such as openness, defensiveness, or confidence. For example, standing tall with shoulders back conveys confidence, while slumping can indicate disinterest or insecurity. Number 4, eye contact. The act of looking directly into someone's eyes can communicate attention, interest, honesty, or aggression. For example, maintaining eye contact during a conversation to show attentiveness and engagement. Number 5, proxemics or personal space. This refers to the physical space between individuals during communication. The amount of space can indicate intimacy, formality, or aggression. For example, standing too close to someone might make them uncomfortable, indicating aggression or a lack of respect for personal boundaries. Number 6, haptics, which is touch. The use of touch to communicate feelings, warmth, support, or aggression. Touch can convey different meanings depending on the context. For example, a handshake to show agreement or friendship, or a pat on the back to show encouragement. This can also include slapping and kicking. Number 7, paralinguistics. Paralinguistics involves how we use our voice, our tone, pitch, speed, volume, and pauses to convey meaning. It can provide additional context to words spoken. For example, speaking in a high-pitched voice may indicate excitement or surprise, while a slow, soft tone can suggest sadness or seriousness. Number 8, appearance or physical characteristics. Our clothing, grooming, and overall physical appearance communicate messages about our personality, our status, and our emotions. For example, wearing formal attire for a job interview signals professionalism, while casual clothes might indicate a relaxed setting. Appearance can also include artifacts, which are personal items such as jewelry, bags, or even your car can communicate things about your personality or your social status. For example, wearing an expensive watch may suggest wealth or success. Number 9, mannerisms. Mannerisms are divided into physical and voice mannerisms. Physical mannerisms are unconscious or habitual body movements that convey emotions or attitudes. These actions can include fidgeting, eye movements, or adjusting personal items. It often reveals feelings of anxiety, discomfort, or confidence. They help to enhance or contradict verbal communication, influencing how others perceive a person's emotional state or intentions. Voice mannerisms. Voice mannerisms includes tone, pitch, and rhythm of speech, which can reveal emotions or intentions beyond spoken words. Habits like speaking in a higher or softer tone, using pauses, or raising volume often reflects nervousness, excitement, or authority. These vocal patterns can reinforce or undermine the message being communicated, shaping the listener's perception of the speaker's mood or sincerity. Number 10, chronemics, or the use of time. The way we use time in communication can convey messages about priorities, urgency, or cultural norms. It's also linked to punctuality. For example, arriving late to a meeting might suggest a lack of respect, while being early shows punctuality and reliability. Number 11, silence. Silence is a powerful non-verbal cue that can convey a variety of meanings depending on the context. It can indicate contemplation, disagreement, discomfort, or tension. An example would be pausing before answering a question to indicate careful thought, or remaining silent to avoid confrontation. Non-verbal communication is often more powerful than verbal communication, as it can convey emotions and intentions more directly. It is also culturally dependent, so the meaning of certain non-verbal signs may vary across different cultures. Join me again for Mrs. Bam's study notes.